Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Jack White and new stuff from him. Archbishop Harold Holmes, 92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station. And trust me, I get it. A lot of people worked yesterday, so you won't relate to this. But for us, Tuesday already. You can pull it out, Joe. Tuesday already.
Yeah, absolutely. It's to that. And that Jack White song, by the way, maybe the perfect timing, as Kirby mentioned in the news. Pope Francis passing away on Easter Sunday in Italy. Got announced yesterday, and he was 88, so he had a pretty good run. But that's usually a big pomp and circumstance deal before they decide who the next pope is.
Definitely, yeah. 88, that's good, though. I agree with you. If I get to 75, I think I'll be happy. Never mind 88.
Yeah, we'll all be happy if you get to 75.
You guys, I know it's too dad, but we have 2 Jets wins in the bag.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we watched.
I need you guys to be excited.
That's a whole
about
different
that.
topic. You ruined my whole thoughts on Dad. I was going to say because it was Easter that I expect to see a lot of great food pictures and family pictures coming in today.
That's right.
But you want to talk hockey? Of course, go ahead. What do you got for us? Saturday and last night. What do you got?
I just love the excitement of living in that downtown core area. And just when it's game time, you see everybody walking around in the white, and then
Buzz, man.
just the passion that Winnipeg has. It's just, there's such a cool vibe about the city right now. That's all.
It is. There's a belief. The Jets played great hockey in games 1 and 2 because they weren't easy. That's what I love. They weren't 6-1 wins. Game 1, they had to come from behind. And the Blues, man, they're full value. They came into the playoffs red hot. They are playing well. They're finishing every check. If the Jets weren't on, they'd be down 0-2. But they're playing Jets hockey. As Kyle Connor said, a post-game interview after Game 1, he said, third period tonight, that was Jets hockey.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys have all bought in, and I think the fan base has too. But look at yesterday's games. All 4 of them could have gone to overtime. They were that close. 2 of them ended up. One of them was a major comeback. The other one was a 2-0 comeback.
Yeah.
And the Jets, they find ways to win. I think that's what you're going to see more of, these 2-1, 3-2 kind of hockey games in this series anyway.
Totally.
Man, I'll tell you what, I can't believe if we go throughout this series with others without players missing games. These hits are pounding this year like crazy.
Oh yeah. You know what how my mind works though is there's these late games, and I hate not in the Jet series. I know you don't sleep, and I'm envious of you.
It was great last night.
I have to get to sleep. I just have to. So I'm thinking as I'm going to bed last night, I can't wait for Friday and Saturday so I can stay up and watch these late games because nothing beats like a double or a triple header.
Well, the NHL listened to you about the Jets Blues series Thursday night and then Sunday at noon. I hope you enjoy.
Wow.
The nooner on Sunday?
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast. You should probably call the Bone phone and let her rip.
It actually feels nice to finally say it out loud.
780-BONE. Brought to you by Auto Gallery of Winnipeg.
I'm calling about the street cleaning in Elmwood. They came barreling down our damn streets at 8 o'clock in the morning, ticketing and towing people. The street cleaning was from 8 o'clock in the morning till 5:30. The street cleaning, after they towed everybody's car, they didn't show up until 8 o'clock at night when everybody else went and paid their tickets, picked up their car and parked it back on the road. The city decides to show up at 8 o'clock at goddamn night and then clean the road around the cars. Then they got to come back on Tuesday and do it all again. Same with my street. They came down my street and changed the sign. Everybody got towed on Wednesday morning, and then Thursday they come and say we're doing it on next Tuesday. That's a bunch of crap. All those people that got tickets saying their cars towed, please give the city a call.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm sure we'll get a reply to that. We have a lot of street cleaners and city crews that listen to the show, but man, that sucks.
Even the app couldn't keep up with that.
No.
Holy cow. Yeah, and
not fun.
that's pretty frustrating for people, and hopefully it all gets sorted out, and hopefully those tickets get reversed.
Yeah. Tailgating frustration.
My bone to pick today is with the black Chevy Colorado driving down Route 90. This lady was riding my ass for at least 10, 15 minutes. I'm going the speed limit. I'm not riding the ass of the guy ahead of me. I'm giving him at least a car's length. And this lady just constantly right on my ass. I don't get it. And then when she goes to pass me, she speeds and almost smacks into the car ahead of her. I turn over and give her the finger. Like, come on, lady. In that circumstance, what would you guys do?
I get tailgated all the time on Pandora, driving 57 in a 50, 58 in a 50, and there's cops all the time on Pandora. So I've said this before. I'm not going over 60 on Pandora. And what I do is I slow right down. If you're going to tailgate me when I'm going like 8K over the speed limit, 9K, then I'm going 50. That's it. I'll drop it right down and you can wait.
Pandora's a tricky one, too, because it's easy to go over 50. I've been down that road myself by the church there, right? Especially. But when you said tailgating problems, I swear to God, I must have playoff fever. I thought you were talking there was a problem at the Whiteout Party or something. I really did.
Man.
With hockey playoffs.
That's fair. I just get the hell out of the way. Like, if you're in that much of a hurry, go right ahead.
There's some places you can't get out of the way, though, right? You're just stuck with this person tailgating you. Okay, Mega Dave and parking lots.
Hello, PJK. Mega Dave here. Been a while since I've called in. What the hell is with people in parking lots walking down the middle of the thoroughfare for vehicles as slow as you possibly can? Like, not off to the side where you could get your car around them. No, right through the middle. You know, checking your wallet, making sure you got your bank card, maybe you got your little token thing so you can get your shopping cart or whatever. Just no idea what's going on behind them. Like, for instance, the 4 cars that I was part of trying to get out of a freaking parking lot.
Yeah, and you drive really slow behind them, hoping they sense that you're behind them, but they're walking in the middle of the parking lot.
Yep.
And what do? You don't want to beep at them because that'll scare the hell out of them. So you just kind of hope they notice you.
You wait like you do for the geese. You just wait.
Oh, the geese. I saw them when I came into the parking lot this morning.
I hope you didn't see the one that was on Scurfield.
Oh, was there?
Coming my way. You come the other way, thank God, because I thought it was one of the 2 that are close to our building here. You know, and it wasn't, because the 2 were still standing around. Yep.
See the rabbit? That giant jackrabbit?
Yeah.
That thing. Wow.
I tell you, we're a nursery. We're a nursery rhyme waiting to be written out there. A goose and a rabbit.
There's a lot of wildlife on our property.
Super wild.
Yeah. So best of PJK ran yesterday. We were off, and there was one in particular about Kirby asking a question about when you're zippering and somebody lets you in. It's technically not letting you in. It's zippering. Do you wave to them? And you had said no, you don't. Or in that case, way back when, you did not wave. And the person seemed very upset with you.
PJK, good morning here. Rager on a beautiful Easter Monday. Just listening to the best of you guys, and I just want to tell you, Kirby, not waving to people doesn't make you a bad driver, right? Everyone sometimes forgets you should wave, right? But, sometimes it slips your mind. So the Rager says you not waving doesn't make you a bad driver. The fact that you can't back into a parking spot, however, though, just kidding. Winnipeg, love you, baby. The Jets, let's go. Game 2, Jets, let's go. Ranger, out.
It's got a sense of humor.
All right. Well, I will say this. I don't remember, what I said yesterday, let alone a couple weeks ago, but, I will attest to waving unless the person, doesn't let... if there's somebody that doesn't let me in, I'm not going to wave to them. But if the person lets me in. Well,
if they're not letting you in, what are you going to wave at?
Yeah.
They're not.
Good, thanks for that.
Thanks.
If you don't let me in, I'm not waving.
Have you thought about driver training? And I don't mean teaching it.
Joe, do you ever wave at someone who doesn't let you in?
No.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
All the time. I try to. I just roll down my window.
Good clarification, Curbs.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Wow.
Don't remember what you said yesterday. That was recorded.
All right. Guilty. Guilty. Not impressed with Leaf fans.
Okay, another observation about this hockey NHL playoffs. You guys did you watch the Battle of Ontario? Do you see how lame the Toronto fans are? Compared to us in everything, in their, Nathan Phillips Square and all that, we got twice as many people from 1/20th of the size of the population. Come on, Toronto. No wonder you're such losers since '67.
I will say this: they're a good hockey team.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. But I noticed it right away on TV anyway, that they are a lot more reserved as a fan base. And if you think about it, they're quite the corporate fan base out in Toronto too, right? You got a lot of business people. I don't think they have as much fun in life as, but it's a whole different crowd. But yeah, you could tell on TV the vibe wasn't the same as here.
For sure. Yeah. Let's wrap with this. More calls about canned meat. And
Good. I'm glad this continues.
It carried all last week and now into this week, baby.
Okay, the click subject. You guys aren't doing it right. You got to do it the Italian way. You got to bread it. You got to cut it into thin slices and then bread it and fry it. And then put that into a sandwich with some ketchup on top.
And I'm going to say the old school Italian guy in the program is going to say that doesn't sound very Italian just because you're breading it and putting ketchup on it.
I'll tell you right now, the man's talking cutlets. How about it? Okay, cutlets. That's the key.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Tell you what, it's Two Dat Tuesday as well. I expect some people to show us pictures already of BTO in concert from Sunday night because that was moved. Easter Sunday dinner. And then, of course, we got one of a beautiful cat, actually, that gets the old scratch. And the cat just does the little bloop over on its side there to get the big old belly rub.
Big N in with his weekend. He had the big weekend. Got the whole family together. His one of his sons becoming a First Nations police officer. Is that what it was?
I believe so, sir.
Yeah, he called the bone phone last week, and was very proud of Big N and his family. And then his other son, who's an RCMP officer, was going to... anyway, it was a whole scene, and he sent us some pictures. And congratulations to Big N and his family. How about this one here? Someone wants to know, Joe, should they buy Mario's luncheon meat in a can off the grocery shelf?
Wow.
I know it's named Mario. That could fool a lot of people into thinking it's going to be fantastic. But I would probably, and no offense to Mario. I'm going to go with no. Myself, that'd be my preference. I think I'd keep walking.
It looks a lot like Click, and then right underneath it, you see the holiday brand luncheon meat. On the left, you see canned corned beef. You got the Spam there as well.
Can I say this, though? I am that person that will go to the deli if I'm going to get my cold cuts.
Generally, me too. But
some of the packaging that's out there now, though.
Yeah.
There's some high-end stuff out there.
The more we talk about canned meat, the more I crave it. So
really?
Yes, I do. And I go...
That's shocking.
The Swift canned ham is nice. It's in that like almost triangular can. I haven't had it in years. Flakes of ham. I used to eat flake. You drop a little dollop of mayo in there. You stir it up. You put it on a sandwich.
Sort of like a tuna. Like you would with tuna, right? Yeah. Open a can, but it'd be ham.
Yeah, and you got to scrape that jelly out of there first.
That jelly stuff.
See, that's it. That's where you kind of lose me.
Well, you scrape
if anything
it off.
Makes me more excited about being a vegetarian, it's canned meat.
Well, the jelly, I assume the jelly keeps it fresh. Why else is the jelly in there?
Oh, it's so fresh.
I got to be honest, that might be the one thing that gets me to become a vegetarian.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Am I saying too much if I hint that we may have, like, something's in the works for System of a Down with 92.1 City?
Are you saying too much?
Yes.
You just answered your own question.
Okay.
That's okay. There's always things happening around here, and that's all right. I leak this stuff all the time.
Yeah, Joe's always getting in trouble.
I'm still here.
If there's a big, badass, cool show, you can kind of assume we're going to try to send some listeners to go see it. So there's your nugget. There's your hint.
I will say this. The coolest show on ice right now is the Winnipeg Jets. I don't know if you saw this during the broadcast yesterday. I missed it during Game 1. But Rogers has put together another great promo. I've told you about a couple of the things they've done for the Stanley Cup. But you want to talk about a Jets jam? Watch the video of Lay It On the Line by Triumph.
Yes, it's so good.
It's so good. I even sent myself an email reminder. The way they put the video to that song.
Wow.
It's amazing. So whoever did that work at head office or wherever it came from, It was absolutely tremendous, and it made me think of all the great Jets jams that were playing through the playoffs. I'm going with 14 more wins. I know you can say they've got two already. I'm going with 14 wins to go.
Wow.
I'm doing the countdown.
Yeah, because we've got
you need 60, sweet 16.
All right, love it. It's a great start, but yeah, I'm going to find that and put it up.
Wasn't it great?
At the 92.1 City Facebook page.
It gave me chills.
It plays all the time, doesn't
yes.
it? And every time
I'll never get tired of that commercial.
Every time it plays. I love it. By the way, the text line is absolutely bumping this morning. Thank you very much. Like you can tell it was a long weekend, and we're glad to be back. I want to read this one because this is fantastic. Morning crew, cool story for you. A couple days ago, I was in a McDonald's drive-thru 2-lane, which of course can get confusing. And of course, as it turns out, my lane was merging to a single lane at the exact time the other was. This can sometimes get very heated, but for some reason, an idea. He said pooped into my head, but I think they mean popped into my head. An
I
idea.
think so.
Yeah. I hope you didn't poop your pants.
Gonna take a wild guess on that one.
In the drive-thru. Idea popped into my head. Rock, paper, scissors. I held my hand up to play. The lady recognized the gesture. We played. I won. We laughed. Went on with our day.
That's pretty good.
Lovely story. I love a little interaction like that.
Yeah.
Scissors can be tricky. Some people only use the one side of the scissors when they're going through that line.
I'm telling you, I got accosted once at a scissoring. Not a
Zippering.
Zippering.
I was wondering where you were going with this.
At a zippering
At
drive-thru.
a scissoring conference.
I thought it was my turn. At a scissoring. And the lady started yelling at me, like really like violently and aggressively.
Yeah. This is a great idea.
Yeah, rock, paper,
Diffuses
scissors.
a situation right there.
Yeah.
Love it. Thank you very much for that, Alex.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJK into more ears.
Metallica 92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station. Jets jams, baby. We're playing music that gets you fired up for the entirety of the Jets playoffs.
You know, I kind of, when Iron Mike was talking about bringing back the Jets jams, there's always a bunch of great pump-up songs you hear at different sporting events. Depending on what sport, too, you get a whole different genre of stuff sometimes. But I had two categories myself. I had the standard, traditional, game songs that you hear no matter what hockey arena you're into. And then I have the personal list of songs I would like to hear, like that would pump me up
You haven't written
for
down?
a game. Well, when it came up, I had some buddies. We were having lunch one day, and a couple of guys were throwing out songs like, "Oh, hey man, I hope we hear like the original Jets intro song from Van Halen."
Jump.
Jump. And I said, hey, that's kind of cool. Okay, but that would be on a standard Jets list.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't hear it in too many other arenas. And then you would hear like Guns N' Roses like as an intro song, right? Like
Welcome to the Jungle.
that has to be
Yeah.
on a Jets jam. Is it on our list here at City? I don't
better
know
be.
because it's such a huge list. But that would be on a lot of lists. So there's the inside the building list and then my personal list of other songs. Because sometimes you're in a game and you go, oh, yeah, haven't heard that song in a while. Like a movie soundtrack, it goes really sound like.
Well, look,
I don't know.
Mike didn't check with us on this list unless I missed something, but he didn't check with me.
No, there was no meeting.
I can't believe that he didn't check with us. So
Jets jam meeting, you would have wanted to go.
that would have been a meeting I'd go to. So I think we need to help Mike, and what we'll do is send us a text, 762-555, Boston Pizza text line. Let's help Iron Mike this morning with these Jets jams. Not that we don't have faith. I'm sure Mike's got really good taste in music, so I'm sure it's just fine. But if we can help a little bit with Kashmir was a Jets intro song
I think
at
they
one
came
point.
onto the ice sometimes
Zeppelin?
with Kashmir because the
It was an
beginning of
8-minute
that
intro.
No, but that intro is so iconic. Like
I could see it, yeah.
Okay.
It's very good.
Well, I would assume, like, you got your Volbeat in there. You've got, like you mentioned, Joe, Guns N' Roses, lots of Metallica. I see Raise a Little Hell by Trooper.
That would make sense
in the mix
inside
this
a building.
morning.
Yeah.
As
Yep.
well. Okay, yeah, Warriors Call by Volbeat. I assume that's in there. I assume a lot of these are in there. But if we can craft a list courtesy of the PJK listeners, the 92.1 City listeners, and then send it off to Iron Mike. He would love that, an email from us.
Absolutely. Makes his job easier, to be honest.
He would love
How
it.
much easier does his job need to be? But yes, let's put a list in.
Okay, let's do it. Coming up in just a few minutes, your chance to win Burt Block Party tickets. Godsmack, yes!
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
There's been many of these surveys. This one, the key number here is 1/3. 1/3 of people who have stolen something from their job have stolen what? What's the number one answer to 1/3 of people have stolen this from their job?
780 City, 780-2484. Good morning.
Morning. Is it toilet paper?
No. I got to be honest. You got to be pretty
Yeah,
desperate.
nobody wants that one-ply toilet paper.
Yeah, that stuff.
If you're batching, though.
Well, okay, but I mean, why would you
You're
do
going to have
that?
to steal a few rolls because you're going to have to, like...
You can't even write on that paper. Like
And then it rips.
it rips. Oof.
Yeah, it doesn't work well. I agree. But, I'm
But
just
hey,
saying.
good answer because
Sure, it happens.
that's probably why they use the single ply. Nobody wants it.
Good morning.
Good morning. Stapler?
Not a stapler. No. Always
I don't
hard
do
to
a lot
find
of
one.
stapling at home.
Not anymore.
Like, I'm not working on setting up documents or anything like
No,
that.
you
at
print
all.
them off here at the office.
You didn't have to. You didn't have to tell me your last
That
trip.
was the best.
You gave Angus the keys to your place, and you said that I could go over and look at your documents. There was nothing stapled; they were all over the place.
No, she was worried about us looking at her.
Yeah, I know.
documents, so She locked them all up.
Yeah.
Yeah, important papers. Did you file your taxes?
Yes.
Good girl.
Yeah.
Atta girl.
I have not yet.
You
Good.
haven't?
No. It's on the table for me to bring in. Of course, it hasn't happened yet. Hi there.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. You?
I'm doing good. Hey, would it be office supplies?
Well, you got to. That's too broad of an answer.
General.
I like the net, though. It's a wide one.
Yeah, it's a big
come
one.
on.
You caught a
No.
lot of
Hey.
shrimp right there. Give me a
I'm
specific.
going to go with like Xerox paper. or
Number
stuff
two.
Like that.
Paper's number two.
Paper is number two.
Number
yeah.
two. Well, because it's expensive.
Yeah.
Right? And hey, no harm, no foul. Just take a pad of paper. And I mean like the big package of paper for your printer.
Glorious Sons headlining one of the nights, Burt Block Party. We have tickets for that one. 780 City, good morning.
That was my last one was pens.
Okay, you want to pick a lifeline, Philly or Kirby?
I'll take a lifeline, Billy.
Okay.
Phil, let's see if you can knock off another one on the list here.
Is it too general to say food?
It's number 3.
Oh.
Food is number 3.
harsh.
Yeah.
Someone's lunch.
Yeah.
I still can't fathom how somebody will actually go into a fridge at work.
And eat somebody's
Other food that they have
Yeah.
brought.
I don't know. If you started bringing really good food, Joe, I might go in, when you're
Well,
not
I wouldn't
looking.
even mind because it's you. But if it's some you know what I mean, though, like
Yeah.
somebody's bringing food for a reason. Maybe they're diabetic and they need that food as their supply or blood sugar goes up and down. And somebody,
it's a bold
oh,
move,
good,
I
that's
gotta
nice.
say.
Somebody's eating my
You hear
my
those
bologna
stories.
sandwich, my click sandwich.
You bring mock chicken loaf sandwiches to the office. I'm stealing those.
I'll know right away who it was. But listen, play the odds. There's a good chance that's never happening in my lunch bag.
Hey, that's true.
I'm picky.
Hello there.
Hi. Any lifelines left?
Yeah, I think
Yep.
so. Philly
Yep.
or Kirby?
Kirby.
I'm going to say tape.
Not tape.
Oh,
no.
man.
No.
Is it an office supply? Can we say that or no?
No.
Not an office supply. How about that,
Not
Ed?
a supply, but it has something to do with the company.
Not a supply, but it has something to do with the company. Go ahead.
What about coffee supplies?
No. That's a good one because that's getting expensive.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Like people taking
What happened to all the
K-cups.
teas and the coffee upstairs? I don't know.
Larry was here.
We just ordered
we just
65
opened.
boxes of those K-cups, and they're all gone.
We just opened. Larry's been walking to the back. I don't know the building where he parks his car. I don't know.
Hi, City.
Brought the van today.
Hi.
Hi.
Can I get Kirby, please?
Curbs, what do you think?
Oh, man. Okay, so this has to do with the company, but it's not office supplies. I'm going to say they steal, Gosh, this is tough. A parking spot.
Nope.
Okay.
I will say this. The company usually hands out this stuff, but you get greedy.
Would I steal this? Like,
It's a great question.
You know what? I think you'd ask, but maybe. I don't know. I can't say for sure you wouldn't. Because
hi, City.
I can't say much more.
Hi.
Because, hello.
How about calendars?
Not calendars.
You know I love a good calendar.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
why,
you ordered one.
Yeah.
On your own.
Yeah, so you know he's
You didn't
not.
get a company
You know he's
calendar.
not stealing the company calendar we don't have.
My apex predator.
When they hand those out, Phil
Yeah.
gets so greedy. He takes all those calendars.
Good morning, City.
Hey, good morning. Can I get Philly?
Can I? Is there a lifeline?
Philly, yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
Let's go with merch, shirts.
Hello.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what happens is the company hands you out probably the golf shirt, the hat, the whatever, but you need a little bit more than one golf shirt because they came in 2 or 3 colors. So you tend to, maybe I'll grab one of these or T-shirts, right?
Everybody knows
That kind of
a
stuff.
company guy that, like, you
Yeah.
know, they are branded from head to toe.
Oh,
Yeah, but you wonder how they got the colors of the rainbow. Like all of a sudden,
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Gotta give you credit, Joe. You came straight from the Whiteout Party to work today. Stumbling around downtown. Just partying.
Yeah, Joe, I tried to pick you up, but you just kept running. I was like, Joe, get in the vehicle.
that was for sure me then, in my white gear running. I think he had the wrong guy.
Joe running. Dead
Plus-
giveaway that I wasn't Joe.
Plus, by quote, picking me up and you being somewhere on Main Street with your flashers on was a little far for me on Donald Street. By the way, I don't run.
Well, I was trying to track your location.
Joe
but-
doesn't run anything. Dead giveaway. If the person is running, it's not Joe.
Would have appreciated you getting a little closer to the Whiteout Party than Main Street.
Well, you said to meet you somewhere, and I went there, and you
That's
weren't
true.
there.
I'll tell you, I'm glad they're going on the road for 2 days. I'm still catching my breath from
running.
last night.
No, but I'll tell you what, though. There will be some folks who need, as fun as it is, I need a couple days off the Whiteout parties.
It's funny
And the
because,
games.
yeah, you're absolutely right. Like Thursday night, that game should be at a decent time because they're in Central time zone. But then Sunday, it's a nooner, which not bad, not bad. I
mind
mean,
that.
even tonight, you mentioned in sports, there's like 4 hockey games. Right? Three or 4 tonight?
I think I said it's 4. I
4,
believe.
yeah. And there's always going to be that leg game. And if you're like me, bit of a night owl, I'll
of a
tell
night
you,
owl. You don't
I
sleep.
stayed up last
Yeah.
It was fun to watch those games, though, because the one series I don't care about, New Jersey and Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
I could care less. That game could be in the middle of the only time I'll turn that game on is if the other 2 on TV are in an intermission. If it all kind
So
of works
nothing
together.
else on.
Or getting a snack.
And even then, I might pop the Blue Jays on.
Yes.
I mean, Jersey has no chance without Jack Hughes. I think that's what
No.
you're getting.
Yeah,
we
it's
know
just-
Carolina's going to win that series.
But I was excited about Florida and Tampa tonight, but Kirby was only offering up the first 2 Whiteout Party games, nothing
You're not
for
gonna-
the off nights. But that's okay, Kirby. You got other things. You golfed. You golfed
Yeah.
before Phil and I this year. I was so happy for you.
Yes.
I am just as shocked as everyone, trust me.
Well,
but I was just so itching to get out there on the course that I had to go on opening day. And
That's Manitoba because there were. That's what happens. The city courses were open and a few others, right? So a lot of people got out there this weekend on the nice days, but still a little too cool for me. Anyway, I'm kind of fair
I'm
weather.
fair weather completely. I'm not
So,
golfing when
good
it's
on
that
you.
cool.
But I did love the fact that if I was out there golfing with my buddies, okay,
yeah.
and the first picture I took of the golf season was a pair of brand new white golf shoes with a tee and a ball just sitting up there in a club, like a strategic photo, like I was getting like Christmas photos with my family.
There seemed to be more care in the photos than the golf. Yes.
Well,
So,
I
I
think
thought
you
it was
have
awesome.
to, you have to mark
Photo
the
spread.
occasion.
Photo spread.
Did you even go golfing if you didn't post a photo of it?
And there you go. There's the marshal waiting. Goes, okay, the next tee time. We're about 10 minutes late now. Supposed
Okay.
to be at 12:20.
Well, we're taking photos, Marshall.
Did you see my caption though?
No,
Because I had my
maybe.
friends in the photo, and the caption said "for the girls," and I spelled
Yes.
"for"
Yeah, I did notice
That was
as
good.
in
Yeah.
The way you spell it for golf.
I was stuck on the fact that I suggested you buy golf shoes and golf clubs last year, and you like let me know like quick snarl. I dare say you snarled at me. What do I need shoes for? I golf once a summer, Phil. Why would I go buy shoes and clubs?
I actually thought I was going to witness.
It being like that.
Witness a crime, and
I was picking myself
and
up.
The victim was going to be Phil Aubrey.
TKO.
This was like a game of Clue. The game of Clue, and the golf club was.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Hit us up wherever you get this podcast and rate and review the show.
Good fortune will come to you.
Actually, we can't promise that, but we'll cross our fingers.
Woo. It's a banger 10 minutes early. Now that is
Say it.
It's a
Jets jam.
It's a Jets jam.
It's a Jets jam.
You know, it's funny. I came home from Las Vegas late Sunday night on that late flight home, right, on WestJet. And I pulled up into my driveway, and I go, what the hell is that in my yard? And my wife had put out the whiteout sign from Princess Auto Stadium.
She didn't put the house up for sale?
Well, I was wondering.
Your luggage was on the front step.
But it's funny, right? When you haven't been home in a few days, you notice something different right away. But she had it placed out perfectly because I'm a corner lot. So you can see it from all directions. And I said, man, I should have grabbed the second one because then you can actually really make it like the corner lot.
I took two. Just like when I grab Office Donuts, I always take two.
That's true. That's a good move.
Yeah.
That's a pro move.
So I've got one in the window and one on the lawn.
Right. So she said it was a discussion at work. She's a teacher, and one of the teachers had said, "Oh, I think I'm just going to keep it up in the garage or like in my wall at home because I'm afraid it's going to get stolen in my front yard." They're nice signs, but I will tell you, there's a few left. The Princess Auto, you can get them at Panet Road, right, or at Portage Avenue. Here in Winnipeg.
Or Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon.
If you're okay.
I'll tell you what, they're that passionate people.
That's where
if you're
I'm going. I'm going out to Brandon to get my sign.
You should. I'd like to find out how many they have left. Don't call. Just drive up and find out.
Hey guys, they're out. They don't have any more.
But it's such a cool idea Princess Auto came up with for fans. And pick one up while you still can because this team's going on a run.
You should tape one to your back just for walking around
I
day
should.
to day. Yeah, like
I'd be worried about the tape and how much hair it's going to pull off, but the sign idea is a good idea.
For more Philly Joe and Kirby, log it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10.